If you aren't new to my content, you know we love Star Wars over here in the Dynamite community. So when Ubisoft announced Star Wars Outlaws, my excitement was through the roof. I was so ready for that action-packed, open-world experience as a rogue. But is it accessible? My experience was very interesting, so let's talk about it. First of all, a very special thank you to Ubisoft for giving me early access to review Star Wars Outlaws before its release date. And secondly, hello Dynamites. I know it's been a while since I last posted a video. I know I've been live streaming to get back in the groove of things, but we're here and I'm excited to be reviewing this game for you guys. I've been dealing with family stuff, family emergencies, life has been lifing. But we're here. So let's talk about this game. I want to talk about my overall experience with the game first. I want to preface this by saying I have access to the PS5 version, but some settings may differ from the PC or Xbox version. I played an early demo of this game before receiving early access, so this isn't my first time diving into certain sections. My overall experience with this game so far, and I'm about 15 hours in, is that it's very buggy. I tried pushing through as much as possible without letting the bugs affect my experience. Still, I want to be honest with you guys and let you know that the PS5 version, at least, and from what I can tell from other reviews, the PC version as well, are extremely buggy. So please wait until the proper patches are made to buy it first. With that being said, that doesn't mean that I didn't enjoy the game. It still has that Star Wars open world charm that I was hoping for. And I found myself getting lost in all the side missions and sabacc a girl could ask for. It's a game that makes you want to slow down and savor every aspect of it, which is new for me because I'm usually someone who wants to get through the main story and get through it fast. But I just enjoyed the environment so much that I wanted to slow down. As someone with motor challenges, I find combat difficult in this game as there's no auto target for shooting your blaster. Certain bounties are just not accessible for me because there's a time limit on some of them, but it didn't take away from the fun of the experience, despite it being a little frustrating. Most of my frustrations came from bugs that I didn't realize were bugs at the time. For example, the game took me to an Imperial base when I didn't have to go there for the story. I spent an hour in the Imperial base when I didn't have to be there in the first place. If it hadn't been for the number of bugs, I would have had a less frustrating experience. So I say with complete certainty, again, please wait to buy this until they patch it. That said, the accessibility in terms of options was pretty decent for Ubisoft. There are a lot of standards that we're used to seeing from them in Star Wars Outlaws. However, I wish there was some polishing there, so let's get into its accessibility. When you first open the game, you can access the accessibility presets and the screen reader right off the bat. There are presets for gameplay, cognitive, colors, vision, and hearing. And as I said in the intro for the section, there are many accessibility options in this menu that we are used to seeing from other Ubisoft titles, like a lot. So I won't be going through them all, but don't worry, I'll still have a full menu review on the screen for you guys. I want to go ahead and cover a base though and say that if you are completely blind, you will need assistance to play this game. There isn't an audio navigational assist to help you with combat or navigation, which I feel Ubisoft needs to work on. It's a constant weak point in their games. But as for other accessibility settings, they've added audio descriptions to this game, which work for the main story, but not for any of the other cutscenes I run across, which can be added later, and I hope they do, as it is quite disappointing that it's not there. On the motor side of things, of course, you have the ability to always have sprint on, the ability to change all hold actions, toggles, and so forth. You also have the ability to change your lock-picking difficulty and the number of slicing attempts you have when hacking into the computer. You can also skip these QTEs under the cognitive preset, which I never did when it came to lockpicking. So you don't have footage of me doing my best on these, but I love rhythm games, so I try my best. It's my Achilles heel. Underneath the cognitive preset, you can set your lockpicking difficulty and your slicing attempts. You can also turn on high contrast mode, which I've used quite a bit, given the fact that sometimes loot was difficult to see, as well as certain types of lore. Underneath the color section, you have all the color blindness presets that you're used to, and as with all the other presets in the accessibility section, you have the ability to create a custom one if you wish. Underneath vision, you can change the size of the visibility icons, the background color of the HUD, you can turn on and off high contrast mode, and you can also turn on audio descriptions and menu narration. Underneath hearing, you can change the background color, subtitle size, sound subtitles, what kind of background speech bubbles you want, and of course, you have the option to turn on visual cues for lockpicking. Regarding controller remapping, I couldn't find a way to fully custom remap my controller on the PS5 version. You have 4 presets you can choose from, but that's it. As far as things I feel could improve, the visibility of loot without high contrast mode could be shinier. I've seen more eye-catching loot in Far Cry 6. The descriptions of the accessibility settings are vague and not well written, so you don't really know what you're getting into until you start using them. Ship combat has auto target, so we should also add auto target to the blaster. Audio descriptions should be in every cutscene. And finally, just as a regular player, please fix these bugs. I really had high hopes for this game. Hopefully, they will continue improving it. It's at an excellent base point, but we can do better. Star Wars Outlaws comes out on the 30th. If you get the game, let me know your thoughts. If not, wait until they fix things. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I've got more game reviews coming your way. We do live streams on Monday and Wednesday here on YouTube, and every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday on Twitch. And don't forget, you deserve accessibility that's on the level.